Hello twin flames and welcome to the Divine Masculine Daily Message for Monday. So I'm going to use two things today for this reading. We're going to use the Beautiful Journey of Love Union Oracle by Bridget, and I'm going to use the In-Between Tarot Guidebook to pull a message, because I've had a big spring clean in my room and I've found like lots of guidebooks and exciting things that I'm going to incorporate into the readings, because we're being guided with this water tiger energy and, you know, all this power that's flowing in this year to shake things up and bring in new things. So this is what they're guiding me to do. And the reason I want to use the in-between tarot is because the masculines are in between their beginning with you, you know, their union with you and their old life. So they're in between the old and the new, you know, they're at this crossroads energy, this kind of, you know, decision-making time, and it's going to be really interesting to see what they are in between. So let's see what we need to know. So this is a really great message for masculines, because you're tuning in with your own energy to understand it better. And it's great for feminines because it helps you to, you know what your masculine is dealing with today, so you understand them better. So let's see what we need to know. So thank you, angels. What's the masculine going through today? What's he dealing with? What's he dealing with? What's he dealing with? And I've used this deck for the daily twin flame reading, and we know the energy is in from that, but this looks deeper. This looks deeper. So we're going to start with this card. So we've got, wow, look at this. It's always been you. It's always been you. How beautiful. And I love that we've got the number 2, which is the number of partnership and love and union, you know, but it's also the number of February, which we're moving into, and it's the number of love, because it's showing you the universe has got you. There's a higher power guiding you. So the divine masculine wants this partnership with you, divine feminine. The divine masculine wants to be in union with the divine feminine, and this is exactly the energy that came up, not this card, but the energy around this in the daily twin flame reading today. So again, mirrored energies. He's saying to you and he's showing to you, you know, he's even in his heart right now, any fears, it's always been you. He knows this. He knows it's you. He knew from the first moment he saw you. He knew when you first connected. He's known it's always been you. And it's been you always in other lifetimes too. But this is the lifetime where you're deciding to make it work. And I love that we've got this energy. What I'm really seeing this as, even though this is the light coming into the connection, which means things are getting better, I'm seeing this as an angel. I'm seeing this as an angel protecting you and guiding your love and bringing you together. So the number 2 can be connected with the partnership, but I'm seeing this as the numbers 222. So if you've been seeing that, you're being reminded that the universe has power, that you are harnessing, again, motorbikes moving forward. Every time I'm connecting with the masculines lately, keep getting things revving up, you know, revving up motorbikes, because it's all about movement and change and, you know, things moving ahead. So they're releasing things that need to go to bring in this connection. And the 222 is universal power. So, you know, not only the spiders show that to you, but I feel you're going to see motorbikes. I feel that's a really powerful sign right now that this journey is moving forward. Because motorbikes, you know, they're a bit like freeing energy, you know, freedom. You're on a motorbike, you're not in a car, you know, you're not encased in something. So the winds can flow through you. You know, you feel very free on a motorbike. So whether you love them or you hate them, it's the energy of it, you know, the concept of it. So the masculines want to be free. They want to be free to be themselves with you and to express themselves to you. They want to be free to move ahead and show you this love. They want to be able to be in a relationship with you and not have things holding them back or encasing them in things. They don't want to feel restricted. So they're moving into this energy where they want a partnership with you, and it's always been you. They've known it's always been you, regardless of what's gone on. So what energy is he dealing with today? So the message is, we've got judgment, wow. And we've got the sun. So this is a powerful one in this deck, because this is showing you angels are all around. So this is angel protection, moving forward, the sun coming out, big things being healed. So the message is, it says, sun and judgment. The sun is setting on the horizon, and there are hundreds of angels moving forwards and filling the sky. So there's angels everywhere around your connection. So your masculine is being guided, he's protected, he's safe. And the sun is setting on the horizon. So that's about the sun setting, which is about an ending. So there's an ending to bring in this partnership. So again, I'm feeling this as karmic endings, change. It says, they are calling forth a very old structure from the sea, from a forgotten time. Now, how powerful is this? I'm reading it like this. They are calling forth a very old structure from the sea, from a forgotten time. So this is about them realising it's always been you, from a forgotten time. I feel the masculines are tapping deep in with their inner core, and they are realising that you have so much more than just this physical connection. They're realising that you've had lifetimes together, that you are eternal, that you belong, this belonging. So the angels are calling all of this into them. You know, this is like Archangel Zadkiel helping them to remember, helping them to see, to understand, to feel the power of this love. It's always been you. And this structure represents our repressed thoughts and emotions. Nothing is hidden from the angels. So they can't hide it any longer. You know, they are uncovering all this information, all this knowledge. They're starting to see, they're understanding. So he's realising it doesn't matter how much he tries to deny it or hide it. It doesn't matter how deep into a karmic situation he goes. He can't hide it because it's been uncovered. This feeling that it's always been you, he knows it. And now he knows he has to do something about it to bring in this partnership, to create this love, to make it real. The arrival of the angel signifies the arrival of the last judgment for the fool. Now that's interesting. The fool is about new beginnings. So the last judgment for the fool. So I'm seeing this as he's dealing with all the last bits of the puzzle. You know, he's dealing with all the last kind of remnants of the change, like all the pain and the struggle and the judgment and the fear and all that doubt and all the negativity. He's dealing with all of that right now, so he can be free to be with you. So I am seeing this as karmic endings. As the sun begins to set on the horizon, the atmosphere of this card should feel very foreboding, even frightening, because the impulse would be to step back from the scene rather than forward. But after passing through the realm of the sun where all is clarified, it's now time to receive the last judgment from the angels. So what this means is he's afraid of the unknown. You know, he's afraid of what will happen because it's all new, and that can create all this scary, frightening energy. But he's willing to pass through that to gain clarity, to move towards the sun, which is the happiness. So the angels are right by his side. You know, the angels are helping him to forgive, to release any judgment, to release any pain. So this is a really powerful message. And, you know, I'm reading this intuitively. This is what they're guiding me to. The angels are helping the masculine to understand the truth and to realise why things have had to happen the way they have. Why he's experienced all the things he has. Karmic relationships, certain jobs, you know, even addictions and things he's had to release from his physical self. He's realising why it all happened that way. And he's finally forgiven himself. The final forgiveness. The final letting go. It's like the final breath to create new life. So this is really about endings for this new beginning. It says that in this in-between stage, the feeling of security and happiness that corresponds to the sun is now behind us. So in other words, he knows that he has to leave behind some form of security and happiness. So that could be his security if he's built up a home. The happiness could be if he's got kids. You know, they give him happiness. Maybe he's got a pet, or he's got, you know, financial security, and that gives him happiness. Maybe the happiness is, you know, the look on people's faces when they see him with his partner, because they see him as happy. So he knows he has to leave behind all of that because it's material stuff. It's not real. It's illusion. It said, what's ahead is the unknown and the scary lesson that will be presented. But the angels have got this. Okay, it says, with the judgment angels. So these angels are helping him to really take a look at his life. and that's why he's been through scary lessons. So divine masculine, this is why you've been through some pretty hairy times, because it's been scary to you, because that makes you change. It makes you address things in your life that need to go. And now you've got to leave behind all the things that you think are happiness, like money and, comfort and security, because that's not what's important at all. What's important is love and joy and bliss and being with your one, because it's always been there. So it says trial by fire is what will happen in the next stage. So trial by fire. So that means action, getting burned a little bit, which means arguments and speaking the truth. This is in his karmic situation. So to be with you, he's got to walk through the trial of fire. But he's willing to walk through that for the end result, which is you. In order to pass the test and progress onwards, you need to recall all of the lessons learned throughout the fool's journey in order to show you that you have progressed and are ready to move up and on in the realm of spirit. So in other words, he's going over the past. He's realising why he had to do that, why he learned that, why he went through that. He's apologising to himself for the way he's hurt you and let you down and failed you as a fool, so that he can release it all and move on. So this is a very powerful energy. So for him to realise it's always been you, he's had to go through these trials of fire and all this judgment and all this understanding. That's why they go within and process. So as we're on the precipice of this new month, he's showing you, he's reviewing his life right now, to renew his life right now. It says, for the time being, there is the knowledge that you are about to be tested, and all you can do at the present is to prepare for that moment. So in other words, he's preparing for the next stage. He's preparing for the new beginning. He's preparing for all the fallout of him walking away from the past. So the masculine is coming to terms with everything, knowing it's a journey. And what I'm really seeing with this is, one of my favourite shows is Angel. And you guys know how sometimes I like to bring in kind of things in shows to put a perspective on this. And that's what they're showing me. When Angel, they had to turn him into Angelus to get some information out of him. And he had to lose his soul. And, it went through this big trial of, it was a bit Indiana Jonesy, the episode where, he got where he was meant to be going at the end, but he had to go through lots of trials and finding things out. And that's the same here. The masculine goes within. Now, they may seem silent to you, distant to you, quiet to you, but inside, they're going through a real trial. He may look on the outside like he's sleeping, but inside, he's going into his mind, he's processing, he's working it all out, and he's working through his own trials to get to the outcome. And the outcome is the realisation that it's always been you, it's always been, what's been destiny to be with you, to move towards you, to be in partnership with you, which means in love, together in a relationship, maybe even married, having that life together. And he's been releasing all the blocks to this. So that's why he's been silent, that's why he's been distant, and that's why you, Divine Feminine, have been going through all these fears. And they give me fear coming up, burpee energy. All these in and out energy, because you've been in between your energy too. You've been in happiness 1 minute, pain the next. Torture 1 minute, joy the next. So you've been going through all this energy too, because you've been feeling energetically what he's been going through physically and emotionally. So the point I'm trying to get to is, and this is what they're saying, they go round and round in circles to get to the realisation. They go round and round in circles to get to the end result, and that's you. All paths lead home, and that's the message. So he's saying to you, I know I've gone the long way round, but I've finally moved back onto the path now, and I have a vision of where I'm going. I'm being directed, guided, I can see the way, and I know what I have to do. And it's scary because I'm going to leave things behind that I've built up in my life that have made me happy before, things that still do, like my kids or my pets or my security. But I'm willing to release all of that to start something new with you, because that's what matters, that's what's real, and that's what will make me happy and satisfied in the remainder of my physical life. and I want to spend that with you. And that's the energy of this day. I hope that helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.